Welcome once again to Living in the 21st Century. Joining me this morning is GIGI TILIAKOS. She is from Don and Gigi's Italian Ristorante and Pizzeria here on 88 Union Street in the beautiful city of Attleboro. GIGI, it's a pleasure to have you on this morning.
Good morning. It's nice to see you again.
Likewise.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
Sure, it's a pleasure. Could you tell me a little bit about yourself and what got you into restaurant business? I was there a couple of days ago, and I tell you, you're doing a great job. Good service.
Thank you.
Great food.
Thank you. Thank you. That means so much to me.
Sure.
I'm so happy you enjoyed. So I grew up in the restaurant business. My parents had a small restaurant. I grew up next to them. And when my parents retired, I moved on to a larger fine dining restaurant. And that's where I learned all my fine dining and honed my skills. And after COVID, I decided to go into business for myself. I opened a small pizzeria, like my family style. And about a year into that, I bought Don and Gigi's, and the rest is history. I've been doing this my entire life, so it's in my past, it's in my future. I'm very excited.
Well, that sounds beautiful. When it comes to great food, I see that you have a broad menu. It's just amazing. What would you like to see your business like within a few years from now? Would you be having or considering more branches of Don and Gigi's around Attleboro or other cities?
I would love to have more locations. Yes. I would love to have more locations. But I believe in the way that things have happened for me with my first pizza shop and with this restaurant. Things happen when they are meant to be. So I just let things flow. I don't force. I don't, when it's the right time, it's going to happen for me. I always have my eyes open looking for opportunity, but at this time, I'm very happy where I am. I'm thankful. I'm blessed. Our business is just getting stronger and busier. Word is spreading. Word of mouth is such a big advertiser for us because people come, we give them our best service and they tell everybody, and they come back and they say, I can't wait to come back here and see you. And business has been going very well. So I'm very happy. In 5 years or in the future, would I like to have more restaurants? Absolutely. So I'm ready for whatever life brings me.
Beautiful. I noticed that the restaurant business is somewhat a difficult business, and there are those who try and often they fail. Leveraging from your experience and expertise, for other restaurants, I don't want to really mention here Attleboro because we don't want to nourish your competitors, so to speak, but for businessmen who may be struggling with their restaurants and want to take things to another level or manage theirs properly, what kind of professional advice you may have for them?
So it is a difficult business. If you don't love it, it's a burden. If you love it, it's a pleasure. I try to have a really good restaurant. We have like a family at our restaurant. Our culture is very strong. We pride ourselves on being very authentic and down to earth, customer focused. That's huge. Our main purpose is to make sure that you enjoy your visit. I also really focus on my employees and I treat them very well. They know they can come to me. I can go to them. We have a very good dynamic there. We're honest with each other. We're always trying to help each other out. And this is the first time I've ever worked or owned a restaurant. And I really wanted to make it like a team. And I want, people are constantly helping each other out. Is there anything I can do for you? And we all work together to provide that experience. So it is difficult. I mean, you have to put out a really, you have to put out a quality product. You have to make sure that it's very consistent. Consistency is huge for me. I'm constantly, checking the recipes, trying the sauces. I mean, my chefs are, thank God, my chefs are so wonderful, but I'm constantly keeping my eyes on things. I want the service to always be the best that we possibly can. It is a difficult business, though, because there is a lot of competition. And so we try to just make ourselves different by being really genuinely happy that you're here to dine with us. And it's a very friendly atmosphere at Don and Gigi's. And, we're having a good time.
Absolutely. I want to take a different look from a different dimension. What kind of services you have? Like, for example, do you provide a service if one having a birthday, they can come at your place and have a birthday party?
Oh, yeah.
Or small weddings or anything like that, catering. Do you have any external provisions, like if you have to go to a wedding venue to provide your services? Speak about some of your services that you offer.
Okay. At Don and Gigi's, we're located right downtown Attleboro at 88 Union Street. We offer dine-in. We have a beautiful bar. We have some high tops in the bar. It's a great vibe in the bar. It's very comfortable, welcoming. We have a full catering menu. Your catering order, you can come in, pick up, take home, enjoy. We have a full dining room. We also have a private dining room. We can hold up to 50 people in that private dining room. We have different function options, different menu options that you can have there. We host birthday parties, business meetings, retirements. We host lots of parties there, confirmations, what have you. We also have a beautiful outdoor patio surrounded by flowers and music, and it's a really welcoming place, and you have a nice time out there. It's a great place to enjoy a meal. So we do lots of things at Don and Gigi's, and we open at 4:00 on Saturdays. So Mondays we're closed. Tuesday through Friday we open at noon. We open at 4:00 on Saturdays, but I do host private parties on Saturdays from 12 to 4. In that case, you are able to book the whole restaurant with the bar. You can host up to 150 people. So I do that quite often for baby showers, and I've done birthday parties like that. And then Sundays we're open 12 to 8. So we have lots going on over there.
Great. Are you grooming your staff presently for future executive positions in your kitchen, like executive chefs? Like, for example, a year, 2 years down the road, you don't know where you may end up. At this point in juncture, do you making preparational process for future development in your business? Or what is your strategic plans going forward?
I'm always training everybody. I want to make sure that people are able to jump in and fill another position if need be, because, these days people get sick, they can't work, or things happen. So I want to be able that I want them to be cross-trained. I have young men and young women that have started there as bussers. They become food expediters. They become hosts. They become bartenders and waitresses. I mean, I've had people that have been there for years and years that we've brought up and really cross-trained. I want everybody to be able to work together. I am always training. We're always training ourselves to become better than the day before. And I'm fully confident in my staff that they are able to hold things down, let's say, and make sure that everything's executed correctly.
Absolutely. I want to speak even to a broader audience, because my show airs from time to time in the Caribbean through the Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation. And for those who often come to here in America, especially Boston, would you want to say or give a word of invitation to come up and check your place out and do some, whether it's private parties or whatever they want to do, what word of encouragement would you want to extend to them?
Oh, absolutely. Welcome. Come see us. We're in Attleboro. We're right off the highway, 5 minutes off of 95. It's about 30 minutes from Boston, 30 minutes from Providence. So no matter which city you visit, we're very easily accessible. We'd love to have you. Love meeting new people. Come and see us. We're right at 88 Union Street in downtown Attleboro. Easily accessible also from the commuter rail. The train stop is directly across the street, so you can take the train down from Boston, up from Providence. So, yeah, come and see us.
Absolutely. Some other things I would love to discuss with from a business standpoint. And I know we touched on it a little bit earlier, but I recognize with your same vision and purpose, there were those who seriously were into the restaurant business, but they doesn't have the marketing skills or expertise that you have. And these people, as I said, may not just be here in America, but they could be in the Caribbean somewhere. And they would prefer get a new innovative idea or view from your standpoint at this case of how you move from one level to the next and get things done more accomplishable. For example, I have a brother who owns a restaurant in Barbados, one who also owns one in England. And business people have to strengthen each other who are within a specific field that they can stay alive. Because at the end of the day, it's more than just a business. You're feeding families, you're employing people, you're feeding the public at large. There's so much going on within your business. So it's just more than actually having a restaurant and people coming and dining. But when you look at it from an external standpoint, the service you provide and the employment you provide to your employees enables them to take care of their families, take care of themselves, and so forth. So that's why I'm asking you that, because everyone, especially in this 21st century, going into one business or the other, need to really live and survive in that business that they can do better for themselves. So based on your expertise and experience, what word would you want to give those who would be viewing the show? And I'm saying that specifically because through that, I saw a lot of people in the Caribbean region, especially from Barbados, who would have went into restaurant businesses and fail. And I don't think they failed because they didn't do things right or have good meals. I think that some of them was probably lacking good marketing skills in how to expose and sell their business. So from that approach, how would you advise those kind of people?
The best advice I can give is to make sure that when your people come in, when your clientele comes in, that they have the best experience ever. You can't be lazy on anything. You want them to thoroughly enjoy themselves in their experience there. I find that the best advertising is word of mouth. I know when I like something, I tell everybody. So the best advertising is word of mouth for me. I also do a lot of marketing on social media. And I'm not afraid to ask for help from others. And we do it as a team. We have a lot of younger generation that are working at my place. And I say, what do you think? What's cool now? I incorporate everybody into our restaurant, and I make it, it's all of our restaurant. I say, I'm not here working so hard just so that I can make money. I'm here working so hard so that you all make money. I want you guys to all be successful. I want you to all thrive and survive. I try to touch base with all my customers and make sure that we develop a relationship. And it's not like just a business relationship. I have a lot of customers that have become friends. and we're kind of all just rallying together. But I think that if you can get yourself the most exposure that you possibly can, and be the most authentic that you possibly can, I mean, it's just putting your best foot forward. You just try your hardest, and that's what I do every day. I try to try my hardest and do the best that I can for that day, one day at a time. For future, I want to get as much exposure as I can. I really appreciate having these interviews and reaching out to the people and letting them know that they're welcome and that we want them to come in and enjoy our delicious food and have a great experience with us. But it's not easy. So it's kind of like you just never know. COVID shut the whole world down. You just never know. So you just have to live your days one day at a time. Try to make the best of every day. Try to enjoy your customers, and they will sense that, and they will. A lot of my customers say, they don't say let's go down and get a dinner at Don and Gigi's. They say let's go see Gigi. It's like they're just coming to see me and have a meal, and we're having a good time. And it's like I just try to create that vibe, and it's positive, and it's it makes people feel good. This is a feel good restaurant. And, if I can make people feel good just a little bit in their day, because I feel good. I am blessed. I'm thankful. I have this no stress. I just try to enjoy every minute of life. And I try to make sure that I make everybody's lives a little bit better. And so in that sense, they like to come and see us here and have a good time. But I would definitely try to market yourself, with Facebook. Facebook is free marketing. You advertise, you tag things, you check in, you encourage your customers to leave reviews, good reviews, and give you a positive rating. That's why you give them such good service, because they're like, hey, I want to give them 5 stars. And that just kind of snowballs into a really good rating on Google and Yelp and things like that. So there's a million things you can do. It's a full-time for 27. We're 25/8, 25 hours a day, 8 days a week. So that's what I said. If you don't love it, it's a burden. If you love it, it's really a pleasure.
Okay. Would you see yourself in the future, if you haven't considered already, fostering kids into your restaurant business on an intern program where you can teach them the ins and outs, the pros and cons about the restaurant business? Because I'm sure there may be some kid who watch this program and say, you know what, I would like to be just like her. I would love to give this a try. But where do I go? Do you see in the vacations where you can offer a vacation internship program where a kid or two may come into your restaurant, you can teach them how to cook, how to do waitress, or whatever the case may be? Is that something in the future that you may be considering?
Sure, absolutely. I have lots of young adults that work for me, and for lots of them, it's their first job, and I want them to always remember their first job. They're always going to remember working for Gigi. We try to teach them the right way from the beginning. And I would love to have more young people coming and working side by side with us, learning the industry. I mean, this is a great industry. You can be very, very successful. And so I'd love to promote that. I try to be a good mentor for my younger employees, and I try to always set a good example and give them somebody to look up to. So yeah, of course, I'd love to have somebody come work, and mentor with us.
Absolutely. On this point, when you do decide to bring some kids into your program, would you give them some form of a certificate for what they would have done that they can look at and say, you know what? I did some work for Gigi and this is what I got, man. And it may seem simple, but it can make an impression in their life that this is definitely something I want to do, because as children grow from one level to the next. There's always a change in their philosophies and what they want to do or become when they grow to an adult. I, for example, never knew when I left school what I want to do. I do everything. I still don't know up to this day who I am or what I want to do. All I know is that I accomplish. But I mean, a settled mind in a specific field goes a very long way. Would that be something you would be offering also, that they can say, well, on my vacation, they work for GIGI's, here's a certificate of accomplishment or something that they can use, that they can take with them?
Well, I never really thought about that. Sure, I could definitely make sure that they had some type of certificate, something to commend them for their hard work and their good job with us. I'm very big on positive, positive, giving people positive feedback. So like when we have a really busy like Friday or Saturday night and I see these kids working super hard, at the end of the night, I make sure that I say, hey, you did a great job tonight. Like Absolutely. 10 out of 10, wonderful job. And they love that. I've been known to even like give them a text the next day and say, hey, I really wanted to tell you that last night you did a wonderful job. I'm so thankful that you're here working with us. And they really love that like little boost of like, wow, I was working really hard and Gigi saw me and, she really approves of, my job for that night and everything. So I should definitely consider doing some certificate, something like that. It's not something that I do now, but I would definitely be open to it in the future.
Absolutely. And we are down to our last 6 minutes in the program. So I want to spend these last 6 minutes, or 5 minutes rather, into telling the public about your main favorite dishes you serve, what you offer. Give them a look in the inside of your business.
Okay. So Don and Gigi's, we're located downtown Attleboro, 88 Union Street. We have a great menu. We use the finest and freshest ingredients, fresh seafood, hand-cut steaks. We have a little bit of something for everyone. We have delicious pizza. We have a wonderful bar with seasonal cocktails, IPA drafts. We offer mocktails if you'd like something other than a soft drink. We have wonderful, wonderful pasta dishes. Our recipes are old and honed and very traditional Italian style food. We offer the best chicken parm ever. Oh my gosh, our chicken parm is fabulous if you haven't had it. Some of my favorites are our francese sauce. That's with lemon, butter, and capers. We do that with chicken or veal. We have a very nice pork chop Milanese that's breaded and pounded thin and served with broccoli rabe. That's wonderful. Our seafood dishes are absolutely phenomenal. My salmon is my favorite. I'd say like I have salmon probably 2 or 3 times a week because I just love it so much. Right now. Oh yeah, and don't forget about the desserts. The desserts are, decadent and. If you want something chocolatey, we have the chocolate fudge torte. If you want something fruity, we offer strawberries Romanoff with Grand Marnier and ice cream. We have apple tart and New York cheesecake and tiramisu and bread pudding and everything. Desserts are my favorite. Don't forget the bread. We have this wonderful francese baked bread every morning. That's served with our little concoction of oil and cheese and a little seasonings. That's what you start your meal off with, complimentary. And so we have lots to offer. If you haven't had our pizza, it's the best around. It's really, really good. So we'd love to have you come in, try our food, and have a great experience and join us. And I can't wait to meet everybody. And so I'm happy that we got to chat today. This was fun, and I'm having a great Saturday. It's starting off wonderful. Absolutely. And I'm getting ready to go into work at 4 and have a great night.
It's beautiful. Gigi, you leave me with a watering tone now. You make food sound so great. Well, we come basically
Thank
the
you.
last
Thank
couple
you.
minutes of our program. Gigi, I want to really thank you for coming up today and letting the public know what you're doing in the community. And I must say, I've been there, it was 2 days ago, and you have a great service. I love the meal I have.
Thank you.
That same bread you talked about last is what I was introduced to, and it tastes great. I ate the majority of it,
Yeah.
actually. So
You have to
until
share.
then, until then, I hope at some point in the future we can have a next show and bring the community up to date to what
Okay.
you're doing, anything new, and so forth. And for all those who have
Cool.
been tuning in,
Very cool.
sure. For all those who have been tuning in or living in
Thank
the
you.
21st century, have a blessed day. Enjoy.
Thank you. Thank
Sure,
you.
you're welcome.
Nice to see you.
Likewise.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.